point of philosophy to understand everything so that no matter what you put your mind to, you will have no doubts left once you achieve a deep meditation. So in my attempts to understand everything, I've started with understanding myself, because you can't understand everything beyond yourself unless you understand yourself first. So in my attempts to understand myself, I've come up with the concept of the mind. So I am a mind which has three essential elements. The first element is the objective element called self-awareness. Now, all of us are aware of our own existences, regardless of what you might think your existence is, what it means, and so on. The bare fact is you are aware that you exist, even if you're not sure if anything else exists besides yourself. This awareness is self-awareness, and because it's not possible to place any sort of limit on self-awareness, it is the objective element of the mind. The second element of the mind is the subjective element, which I call action. I presume that everyone watching this is human. Therefore, we all share a commonality of this element of our mind. In other words, we all perform human action. Human action is limited. It may be judged subjectively, and so on. Therefore, it is the subjective element of the mind. The third and final element of the mind is consciousness. This element is hybrid. In other words, it's both objective and subjective simultaneously. This is because consciousness is essentially a mixture of action and self-awareness. So, our consciousness as humans is being aware of our actions. We may be aware of our actions subconsciously, consciously, or superconsciously. And the way you achieve superconsciousness is by dedicating a lot of focused thought, otherwise known as meditation, to the actions you may take, and also thinking about your actions hypothetically. In other words, thinking, okay, if this were to happen to me, I would do this or this. And the more you think about any action you will take or you may take under certain circumstances, the more your consciousness moves from merely being subconscious, moves through conscious levels up towards superconsciousness. And it's these multiple levels of consciousness, which means that consciousness has a subjective side to it, and also because it's related to self-awareness and can be applied to any action, not just human action, consciousness is also objective. And these are the three elements of the mind. Self-awareness, which is the objective part of the mind, action, which is the subjective part of the mind, and finally, consciousness, which is the hybrid element of the mind. It's at the center of your mind, the balance between self-awareness and action.